In today's video, I'm going to show you the start to finish process on uploading a Printify product onto Etsy, and in specific, we are going to be uploading a wall clock. So this is one of the super fun products that Printify is offering, and I'm going to show you, like I said, step by step in today's video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Mac. I post videos talking about e-commerce, passive income, different ways to make money online, and all things Etsy. So if that interests you, I would love to have you as a part of my community here on YouTube. So I make a lot of these videos in short form content, and it's always like step by step, watch me create this. And so I wanted to make kind of a longer video form because I know that sometimes it helps people get inspired, helps you kind of stay motivated and see my actual process. So I'm really excited for today's video and for this product because honestly, I've sold these and I've never actually ordered a sample because we have platforms that do our mockups for us. But I was very, very happy and surprised with the quality of this. So I am going to show this to you in just a moment. But what you can expect from this video is we are actually going to jump over to Printify, look at all of our options. We're then going to create our design, upload that onto the product, put it on Etsy, and get some mock-up photos. So everything will be timestamped for you in the description and on the bottom of the video. So if you do want to skip ahead, go for it. All right, so I'm on Printify here and I'm going to go over to the catalog and we're going to go into the home decor. That's where we are going to find the wall clocks. So I'm going to go over to home decor, and right off the bat here, we do see the wall clock. So one thing about Etsy too is along with them being really good for gifts and personalization, they're really good for home decor. So any time or opportunity that you have to sell home decor items on your shop, I would really take it and add one or two things because it does a great job with that. And a lot of people, like I said, are coming to Etsy to buy home decor or to get inspiration. So something to keep in mind there. So they do have lots of stuff under their home decor section. Every time I come on here too, I always find something new that I've never seen before. I feel like Printify is just so good with that. Like I've never seen these little felt storage boxes. Those are really cute. Okay, so back up to the wall clock here. And I'm going to go to start designing. Now, something that just got updated on Printify actually is their entire design platform here. So if you haven't been on Printify in a while, this may look different to you. So if you are looking for the dimensions to design in, which we're going to use in just a moment, those are actually over here now on the left side, this same place to download that design template. And when you do upload, it's all going to be over here versus used to be over here for the uploading process. So if you are going to go to your library or find things, it's all going to be on the left side now. So we know that I want to design in 3000 by 3000 pixels. So that's perfect for when I go over to Canva and create my artboard. All right, so going along with the home decor theme here, something that's really big right now and that is trending and that I found on Pinterest trends is the maximalism trend. I actually did a search on eRank here to see the trend, and this seems to be something that happens around the summertime, at least for like last year and this year. So you can see this huge jump that was taken in between April and then into June, and then June into August. And then it comes back down, I think, for like those, you know, Christmas months. People aren't so much searching for maximalism design or like changing around things in their homes, but now is a time where they kind of are, just for a new feel, right? Like spring cleaning and all that. So yeah, maximalism took a huge jump. Look at this, April 2024, boom. So I'm gonna just do a search for maximalism decor. And that's kind of going to give us a vibe that we are going for. So a lot of these are wall prints. See how they're all saying popular now. These are digital art prints, but if I use my Everbee Chrome extension here, I'm going to see this is making $2,600 a month in revenue for a digital product. Like that's crazy for these maximalist art bundles. And they're all seeming to be selling really well. So definitely something to keep note of, even though we're not making art prints. Boom, look at this one, $21,000 a month in revenue selling maximalism art. So let's take a look at this one, kind of see what exactly they mean by maximalism. Now you can do this on Etsy, you can do this on Pinterest for the type of trend, just to get an idea so that when we're designing, we're not completely blind to what we are designing. I did just do a video on this, so I will link that below of like how to actually design efficiently using some research. So if you want to check that out, it's linked. So I'm seeing a lot of fun, bright colors. These cherry 8-ball cherries have been huge. I'm seeing a lot of the cherries, the peppers, bubble gum, bright pinks, bright reds, just like obnoxious stuff, but I kind of love it. And all this seems to be this like hand drawn type of look, or like watercolor look. You see that? Like it looks like paintings or drawn. So that's also something that I'm going to take a note of. But yeah, so I'm seeing a few different repetitive things, a lot of food, a lot of bright colors, and honestly colors that I wouldn't typically pair together, like in my own design experience. So that's another thing about when we're selling online, right? Is we're not designing for what we want to design for, especially with these trendy things. Like we're literally designing what someone is going to buy. So I always used to say to myself, honestly, when I got started in this, is get over yourself a little bit, because you're not selling to you. You know, I feel like once you have capital, building a brand in that way is so different. But when we're starting out and we're selling on marketplaces like this, sell to who you're selling to, don't sell yourself. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to jump right over to Canva here, create a design. And we know that our size that we're working in is 3000 by 3000 pixels. It's the full print of the actual clock. Okay, cool. And what I'm going to do is I have a few different options when it comes to designing in Canva. So Canva's policies, according to their website, I will link that for you, is that you can't use an element or a template by itself. It must be edited or altered within the process in order for you to use it. So we do not want to just grab a element. Like let's say, you know, I wanted to do a balloon dog. I can't just like take this balloon dog and export this. It actually won't even let me. So check this out. See how it says there's only one image or graphic on your design. Premium images cannot be exported on their own. Add more elements and try again. So that is Canva's way of telling us like, hey, you can't do that. Okay, so we're not doing that. And same thing for templates as well. We need to create it on our own. So what I'm going to do in that elements tab is I am going to just search for what I'm looking for. So I'm going to type balloon dog. Okay, and they have a bunch of different fun balloon dogs here on Canva. So obviously lots of different vibes here. This one's kind of fun and gives that like maximalism feel. And what I like to do is actually create multiple pages on here and just kind of feel out all the different balloon dogs or the ideas that I have for the actual designs. This one is super cute. I really like the look of this balloon dog. Something that I could do is kind of make like a collage of them. Like I could kind of copy and paste them, move them around a little bit, do like a little balloon doggy collage. Can even add in some other things that go along with it. So this is cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this balloon dog really big so it fits the whole clock. And I want to keep in mind too, like where the actual rim of the clock is going to be. And it's kind of something you just have to like eyeball, right? But you can get it. Okay, so you catch my drift. Some of you don't want to use the Canva Elements tab. Something that I've talked a lot about before in the past, especially on my channel, is using Creative Fabrica. You can find fonts and elements that you actually don't need to reinvent the wheel with. Like with Canva, like I said, we can't just take something as it is and sell it. But with Creative Fabrica, you actually can, as long as you're following the guidelines on the specific listing you're downloading for. So for example, if I type in maximalism, there's a wall art print set that comes right up. So if I type maximalism into my Creative Fabrica account, you can see that there's some of these like fun patterns coming up. So this is cool. This is the maximalist garden pattern. And as you see here, it says commercial and full print on demand usage rights allowed. So if you're interested in this, like I said, you can literally download these as they are and upload them to print on demand products according to this, according to the policy on here. Just make sure you read through it. But if you do want to grab that, I will have a link below that gives you 10 free downloads. So I'll download this and kind of show you what I mean by that, because we can upload 2 clocks if we wanted to by doing this. See, all those prints are in here. So what I could do is on Canva, I can even incorporate this into my design. Let's say we want to use this one, right? In our design, we could use that, make the background a little bit. Put this balloon dog on here. Obviously that doesn't work. Then we can find a balloon dog to put on there. Right? So like I just created a design in just a few seconds that kind of falls into that maximalism, you know, vibe that we were going with. See, like it falls into this like cool random vibe, and I created it in just a few minutes there. And so like I could keep doing that. And what I like to do is just look at a bunch of them and then kind of pick which one I want to upload. So let's say we want to do this again. Go over to elements, search for cheetah. That was another thing I was seeing. Maybe not that one. Okay, cool. Honestly, this is gonna look cool. I'm kind of like about to order this for myself. Shadow, glow, or drop shadow, maybe. Actually, I kind of like that. See what I'm doing here? It's like, it doesn't have to, I know it like takes practice. I've obviously been doing this for years, but I just want you to see like the process that I go through. See what I'm doing is I'm literally pulling things from these other designs that I'm seeing and making something my own. So I didn't go ahead and just take that person's exact design from their thing and like copy it, right? I didn't do that at all. I'm doing my own thing, but it's still working for what I'm designing in. And it's still in that term of maximalism, right? And then what I can do is save all these as a zip file. So let's show you maximalism designs, download. And then we have Printify open and we can upload the designs we just made, drag and drop. And then we can go over here. So now our design's in here, right? So we can go over to the variants and select which ones. I select them all always, just so I can preview how it looks. Okay, it's looking pretty maximalism if you ask me. And so this is what the black one looks like for the base. Here's what the white clock looks like with the base. And here is what the tan one looks like with the base. And then we can change out that hand color. And that also gives us like 3 more variant options. I hit save product. All right, and now because my shop is synced directly with my Etsy store, I'm gonna be able to upload this seamlessly. I do have some other videos about that go into in depth on that process if you want to check that out. But basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the SEO for my listing so that it shows up on my Etsy shop. So I know that this is a wall clock, but that's not actually the first word that I'm going to put in with the SEO for this listing. I'm actually going to say maximalism home decor, maximalist wall clock. And then I'm going to go over and do some SEO research on what I'm seeing here. And I'm actually just using my Everbee spy tool here on those bundles here to get some more keywords. So see here, they're using like pink aesthetic, dorm room, trendy decor, and that's kind of where I can gather some ideas for that. And then I can move down to the shipping. So Printify actually rolled out economy shipping, which is a little bit cheaper, but the time is going to be longer. So I don't choose to offer that. I just keep it standard because I don't feel that that price dip, especially for this product, is that much of a difference, but it depends on the product. So when we go to edit the price here, we can kind of see edit price, edit profit, and we can see how much we're gonna make from this. So I like to always offer free shipping on my products. So let's enable that so that Printify knows. Okay. And so see how that just changed my profit because the shipping for this item is going to be, as we know, around $9. So we need to factor that into our actual price because if we charge for the shipping on top of that, either we're paying for it or the customer's paying for it. Somebody has to pay for the shipping. So I'm gonna pay for the shipping on my profit end to rank higher with that free shipping. Up to you, it's just something I choose to do. So what I'm gonna do is hit edit price. I like to make at least a 20% profit margin on a print-on-demand item. Some people are okay with just a few dollars profit. I've even done strategies before, which I've talked about as well, from literally making like $1 to $2 profit on items when factoring in the Etsy fees, just to get your shop going. I can make a whole nother video about pricing, but what I'm gonna do is just try to keep it around the 20% profit margin.
And while we're talking about profit margins, I do wanna mention Printify Premium. If you are not already a member, it could benefit you because it will give you 20% off of the cost of your Printify product, making more profit for you to be able to make when you get sales. So this is a code I do have for it if you want to have a month free to try it out.
So Printify did just get a little bit of a revamp with their profit calculator. So see here, it's showing me the Etsy fee as well. So the profit that I'm making with the Etsy fee is going to be around $7. So they're going to go down and we're going to go right over to publish. And this is going to go directly from Printify over to our Etsy shop. All right, so as you can see here under my draft section in my Etsy shop, boom, our little clock is ready and it is here. So it looks good. Some of the other mockups are do take a few moments, so just give it a few minutes on that, but it looks good. We're going to add more mockups too. We're going to talk about that in just a moment here. But before we get moving, I am just going to show you what the one that I ordered looks like. Now, I am not selling this clock, but I wanted it for my home. So this is what I went with here. It has like some old cigarette and like ashtray type of vibes and tickets. I thought it was really cool. It kind of works with the aesthetic I have going in this corner over here. I'll insert a picture if I do hang it there. But yeah, I just wanted you to kind of see what the clock looked like. It does work, if you can tell. I did add a battery to it. It does take a AA battery, but it came packaged very, very well. I'm showing you on the screen how it was packaged when I received it. This also on the screen here is how many days that it took for me to receive the product after ordering it. But overall, I'm really, really happy with it. I think the print came out beautifully. The colors are very, very great there, and it just looks really good. So if this interests you, I would totally add this product to your store, especially with that maximalism thing that we have going on here. I think it works great. As I said, I'm not selling this design. I did not make this design. I actually purchased the design to be able to use for my home because I'm not selling it. That's totally fine. If you're selling products with the designs you purchase, you have to make sure you have the rights to them. But this is personal use. I'm just putting it up in my home. So wanted to show you what this came out like. It looks really great. Obviously did the black with the white hands on there, but yeah, looks good. All right, so here's what our listing looks like before we have any mockups or anything, right? It's not super fun. So I'm gonna show you a little hack for this. Now, if you really want this to do well, we are gonna have to add in mockups. And while ordering a sample like this and taking your own photos can be extremely beneficial, what I recommend doing is actually using all of the resources we have available to us on just online, right? I'm going to show you a little hack on how we can actually make that in Canva very, very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the regular image from my Etsy store. I'm going to hit copy image. And I'm going to go back over to Canva, and I'm going to design in 2500 by 2000. And then I'm going to paste that clock right in here. Okay, now if yours does paste with a background like this, I'm just gonna use Canva to remove that background. Okay, and then what we can do here is kind of create our own mockup. So I can go over to the Elements tab and I can type in home, I can type in wall. Okay, layer, send to back. And I can literally make a mock-up just like this, okay? And I could even add in some prints or some furniture here. With mock-ups, you always just want to toggle the transparency down just a little bit. See how good like that could look, right? We want to play around with it, obviously. But yeah, so you can type home decor wall. Okay, so just for an example here, I would do a little bit more research trying to find a better photo, but you kind of get my drift of we can add in the clock like that to make mock-ups. So as I said, you know, do a little bit more research on here. I'm sure you could find a better photo, but just for the sake of the video, I'm kind of moving along here. You could even, if you wanted to get more into it, or if you wanted to sell other clocks, you could have those available on the mock-up too, but making sure that we're showcasing what the actual product is that we're selling. Can even brighten it up a little bit, add a shadow to make it look a little bit more real. Okay, so just like a little hack there, okay? And so let's download this. What's really great about making mockups, whether you're using Placeit, whether you're using Printify, is that you can actually use those in your marketing. So if I wanted to post this under Pinterest, because I know that maximalism art is trending on Pinterest too, I can literally put that on a Pinterest pin and tag this exact Etsy listing with keywords to show that it's maximalism decor to inspire people, and then they can click it and buy the clock. So very cool. All right, let's upload this. Take a look at the preview. So see here, I've got a mock-up photo. It would actually add way more than this. I would even do one that's more up close to show the clock as it was here. But overall, you get the idea and everything looks good. And that is the process in which we would upload this to an Etsy store. All right, so as you just saw, we went ahead and did some research for a trend. We created a design, we uploaded it onto Printify, synced and published it directly to our Etsy shop, and created a mock-up with keyword research and SEO in order to start selling a very own wall clock on Etsy. So that is the same process, honestly, regardless of what product you sell, and that is a great way to follow it. Please let me know if this video was helpful. If you want to see more like this and see me create things, follow along with me. Let me know to be sure in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you get right into selling. I'll see you in the next video.